Oh, hi, Isolation Nation. This is Ben Glebe, and you're watching the Social Distancing Social Club. A lot of people say to me, "Hey Ben, what's your name and what are you watching?" And I say, "I just covered that." Why would you even ask me that? It's a very strange question. Um, I'm having a delicious breakfast at 3 p.m. Of cereal and cottage cheese and iced coffee. A lot of people say to me, "Hey Ben, what's your name and what's the show called?" And I mean, how many times am I going to go over that? Some people don't like cottage cheese. Tell us in the comments if you disagree or agree. But I don't have time to answer it right now because someone is loudly walking up a staircase in the background. And once that noise is done, I'm going to right now introduce you to a guy. I don't know if you guys have met him, but my God, you're going to love him. He is the second leg of a four-legged tripod. Picture it in your head. That makes up the quarantine of this social distancing social club. Give your warmest welcome in your hearts to Steve Hofstadter,
Thank
everybody!
you, thank you, and welcome everybody to the social distancing cottage cheese description hour. We really appreciate you being here. As always, if you want to
I've
support,
been pushing for that name for the show for a long time.
it's you know what, we finally took a vote, and I was outnumbered. I had no idea. I thought no one would like it, but it turns out everybody wanted to rename the show.
You were out curdled.
If you if you want to support the show, you can do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal, laughfromhome.com, or of course you can super chat on YouTube. I'm going to introduce the next host as quickly as possible, so Ben Eating is slightly smaller on screen. Please welcome Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Wow, wow.
Okay, cottage cheese is disgusting. Everything you're about is I can't even handle it. I don't like cottage cheese in any form.
Way to jump from cottage cheese is disgusting and then self-confession. Everything you're about. What was that?
And iced coffee is gross. The shredded wheat or whatever the hell you're eating is gross. I'm not anything what you going on there. So
Shredded wheat
fine,
with
man.
with raisins? Amazing.
Raisins are disgusting. Oh my god, rotten grapes, which I don't eat in the first place. There's no fucking way I'd eat anything like that. Everything you're eating right now is rotten something else.
Wait, rotten grapes. Do you drink wine?
I do not drink wine. I drink beer.
Okay, fair enough.
Fermented barley.
Like Bowers drinks wine.
Rotten wheat.
Rotten wheat?
Yeah, beer.
Through that.
Rotten
You
wheat.
think it's rotten or you think it's fermented?
It's what the fuck is it? It's just an old. Okay, anyway, Bowers.
When something rots, it gets worse. When something ferments, it gets better. That's my point.
Yeah, that's why you enjoy fermented hot dogs. That's exactly why.
That's why Bowers' private life is for men also.
That was such a stretch. I just love the idea that Bowers' new cooking show is fermenting with Bowers, and it's just just fermenting various foods.
How we just make everything into alcohol? Like I've like alcoholic hot dogs. I would actually eat an alcoholic hot dog. If a hot dog got you drunk, man, I'd be drunk.
Oh, all you gotta do is just stick a. Can't you just like inject a hot dog with booze?
No, I've tried that. It doesn't work. We actually tried to dehydrate beer.
Oh, I was so close to a spit take. Holy shit. So glad the timing was a half second earlier than because otherwise it'd have been coffee all over my carpet.
No, I mean, we tried to dehydrate beer in college, but alcohol will not dehydrate, so it's hard to add it into foods too. I guess you could have like that gum that has the stuff in the middle that squirts out, but
No,
I don't know if you want that
hypodermic
in the middle
needle
of the
and a
hot dog. Yeah, but then the liquor is just going to squirt out your first bite. That's my point. It's not going to have what I want alcohol infused into the hot dog, not just. I mean, I can just do a shot and eat a hot dog, but I mean, anyway, we're getting off topic.
Bowers, let me just point out that I'm eating shredded wheat, which is basically just early beer. Okay, it's probably getting me drunk.
Oh my God. It's the veal of beer.
It's pre-beer. You're eating pre-beer, which I get, and I'm okay with that, I guess.
Yeah, and also, if you don't like shredded wheat with raisins, let me just say this.
That's
Yeah, put more salt on your raisins, Ben. Put more salt on your raisins. If you're going to play that joke now, put salt in the cereal, you son of a bitch. All right, Queen Rachel, are you here?
I'm here with yogurt. Is that just as gross?
If it's got Fruity Pebbles in it, I'll eat it. If it's frozen, not regular.
Of course.
fermenting with Bowers, where he tops everything with Fruity Pebbles. What a ridiculous person.
Yeah, no one would watch my food show for sure. I get that I'm wrong. By the way, I get that I'm wrong. I'm saying these are my personal things that I'm about, and I get that I'm wrong. I also don't like music, which is wrong. I get it.
I think Bowers just came up with the name for his autobiography.
I know I'm wrong.
Or I just don't like music. Powers, before you
get that
introduce
I'm
the
wrong.
overnight game, I want to show you guys something.
All
Taylor,
right.
can I share a screen? All right, cool. So yesterday, we had a little outing, and I'm gonna show you right now what happened. So, can everyone see this now?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so
Yes.
that is Milton met the vintage ladies. Still doesn't know what's in the box. He still did not find out what's in the box. And my favorite part of this is the hand on the tiny hand on the head.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yes. Yeah, Steve came over last night, and I have to tell you, I don't know if it was out of respect or fear, but Steve did not even ask me what's in the box or try to open the box, and I appreciate that, sir.
At least while you were watching.
Yeah, I guarantee now in the box is some Milton shit. There's some Milton shit in the box right now that.
If you don't think that I have a way to know if my box is accessed, you are sorely mistaken.
I have a way to know if my box has been accessed.
You put a little piece of tape over it, Rach? Is that what you do?
Yeah,
Put a piece of
yeah,
tape,
yeah.
and if the tape's disturbed, you know.
Somebody's been there.
Well, Rachel, I recommend then you use double-sided tape so you know if you accessed it too. You know what I mean?
She's got sticky fingers, folks. Okay.
While Ben was in the bathroom, I may or may not have put something else in the box.
Oh.
No way.
Look at him
We
looking
got
for
him
the
thinking.
box.
We got him thinking. He's like, shit, is there something in the box? Oh, no.
What else is in the box?
What else? What did Steve put in your box?
Yeah.
I don't know
that's
what
the new
Steve
game.
put in my box, but I want it out.
I agree. We did have a fun overnight game, which actually kind of probably fills into this. The overnight game was Yo Mama SDSC. So Yo Mama jokes with SDSC. So your mama's like SDSC in that. So like Lola had Yo Mama's like Ben's office full of shit.
Oh my god.
Kermit,
Lola, how
Taminator-
dare you? How dare you? You must
Taminator
really
had-
value your shit, I'll tell you that much.
Your mama's like, Ben, we have no idea what's inside the box.
Yes. Yo Mama Taminator had Yo Mama's like SDSC. She lets about anything inside of her. Smash had a nice one. Smash said your mama's like SDSC, very nice and should not be taken for granted, which I thought was sweet.
Oh.
Another Chris said your mama's like SDSC, crowd participation is encouraged. That one was good. Dash had two funny ones. He said your mama's like SDSC, she's got shows 4 times a week, and with COVID hasn't stopped and COVID hasn't stopped her from getting tips. Boom. And then I did like your mama's right. Your mama's like Bowers, something hot dogs. That was very funny. Renee H had your mama's like SDSC. She can make a hot dog disappear in seconds. Andrea Gordon had your mama's like Queen Rachel on a jet ski. Fakes it. August Rush had your mama's like SDSC. She's going to freeze on Ben Glebe's computer. And then Shagnasky had your mama's like Ben Glebe's internet has men in uniform over at least once a week, and then has all the Spectrum dudes on the pictures. I got 2 more. This one was hurtful and mean, but I liked it. Your mama's so fat that Bowers is who lays down when they T-square. But my favorite one was Done Talk, and it said, your mama's like SDSC. She's got 3 boobs and a friend named Rachel.
My God, there are 5 boobs on the show. I didn't ever do the math before.
There's only 3 boobs. There's 3 boobs and a Rachel and a patient
I'm
Taylor.
sorry.
Rachel has 2 boobs, Bowers. I don't know if you're
Not
aware.
much, but they are 2 of them.
I know you see her as one of the guys, but she's a lady.
God damn it.
Oh, I see, Ben. You were saying, or Steve, you were saying that 2 of the boobs were Rachel's real boobs, and then we were the other 3 boobs. Okay, I thought you were calling all of us boobs. I misunderstood the joke. I had to explain it to myself. Thank you. All right.
Technically, there's also another 8 with Ben's vintage ladies. There's a lot.
Well, I don't want to get into who made memes of who having boobs and whatnot or whatever, but there's probably more boobs in this show that we're thinking about. But anyway,
Also, your mom is like Rachel. Every day she appears in a different location, a different house, a different person's house. I don't know.
I like that one. All right. What's the overnight game or what's the regular game today? What's today's game? Mr.
Today's
Steve?
game comes from a dumb thing I did this morning. So this morning, this morning I was making oatmeal. Sorry, Bowers, you might want to earmuffs on this one. It has to do with oatmeal and raisins. You gonna be okay? All right. So this morning I was making oatmeal.
Wait, I've headphones in. That doesn't help at all. It makes it worse.
Yeah.
Fuck. I literally didn't cover it up, and then you got louder, and I'm like, oh fuck! I forgot I put headphones in.
Oh, suddenly the voice is crystal clear. So I had oatmeal, and the raisins were sticking up. We're sticking together, and so I was like shaking the thing to get them to not stick together, and I started singing "Loosen Up My Raisins" to the tune of "Loosen Up My Buttons," and then I realized I've been by myself for a long time. So today's game is gonna be breakfast a song. So much like I did there, you can breakfast a song. So stuff like "I'm a Danish," or things like that.
Or Scrambling Man.
Yeah, Scrambling Man. By the way, so we were texting each other about this, and Rachel texted Scrambling Man, and I've been singing Scrambling Man for most of the day. Like, just Lord, I was born a scrambling man. It's a lot of fun. Anyway.
I have three things I gotta quickly say on this. One, I hope you realize the thematic effort I put into today's game. I'm opened the show eating breakfast. Please don't let the details go to the wayside. Secondly, you should have seen, if you ever don't think we take this show seriously, you should have seen the intense debate we had on text today over what the game would be. It got political. We were angry. We were debating. We were all chiming in with different opinions. My God. And
I
lastly,
quit the whole show twice. I literally almost quit the whole show twice today. That's how angry the text got.
that's how adamant Bowers is that he won't play the game whatsoever. And Steve, what song did you change into a breakfast thing? What are you talking about?
So, well, Amadeus to I'm a Danish.
Oh, we got that one. What was this other one?
The one this morning that you did?
With the raisins, with the what was the one with the rotten grapes?
Loosen Up My Buttons by Pussycat Dolls.
By the
I don't know that song.
Okay, it's Pussycat Dolls had 1.5 hits. And that was
Rachel's trying to sing it. Rachel, you want to sing it for us?
I can't sing it, but I can hum it.
Oh,
That doesn't
okay,
do
perfect.
anything
No, I know.
How did we not get that?
Also,
I bet Ben could play that song on the kazoo and we would recognize it before what Rachel just did. I don't know.
for sure, and I don't even know what song you're talking about, and I can do it.
You just have to just pull a bunch of random notes. It'll still be close.
Yes. Also, I encourage all of us and Rachel when you read them to, if you can sing it, because how amazing is I'm a Danish, I'm a Danish, I'm a Danish. Like that is an amazing part of life right there.
Yeah, that is not mine, by the way. That was a Weird Al song.
I'm a Danish.
I cannot take.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a Weird Al song. I was using it as an example.
Oh shit. Weird Al recently told me he's gonna do my podcast soon.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, which is incredible. I just need to restart my podcast at some point. Last week on Earth, perfectly named podcast, and I stopped doing it during the end of time.
He waited until you stopped doing your podcast to agree with it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway,
exactly.
so if you want a clear example of a song that you might know, would be like Golden Grams Digger. So just breakfast a song. If you have to ask me what song that is, I'm quitting the show. So breakfast a song. If you want to submit, you can do so in any of the places where the show airs. You just write in the comments. But if you want your submission to count toward the prize, to possibly win the prize, you can Venmo or Super Chat or PayPal or whatever, at least $5 with your submission, and we will read it on the air unless it's terrible, and then you will be entered to win the prize. That's how it works.
That is absolutely true. Absolutely true.
And sometimes we will still read it on the air, even if it's terrible. Because
by terrible we mean
reread.
like awful, like racist or terrible, not like
Yeah,
it's a bad joke. We'll definitely read all your bad jokes. It's the other kind of terrible.
We'll be honest. Sometimes we don't know the difference. You can tell by watching the show. We have no idea what a bad joke is.
Well, I think we're pretty well versed in bad jokes. It's just we're trying not to be racist.
I'd say we are experts in bad jokes.
Yeah, Steve, why don't you enter the audience for us?
All right, let me introduce the audience. You know what? I think it's time for me to introduce the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we appreciate the audience. You are the lifeblood of the show. So thank you for joining the front row. We've got Zara, we've got August, we've got Benjamin, we've got Mary Jane Giggle Smoke. That's probably Jess. Joining us, everybody. If you want to join the front row of a future show, you can do so at laughfromhome.com, or you just join our Patreon at patreon.com/SDSC.
I love that mask. Who's got that crazy turtle mask? That's fucking hilarious. Nice work.
August does.
First time. I like it. Yeah, that's
Dang it.
cool.
Oh, it's Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. I just started.
Pickle dick.
Amazing. We also have two awesome comedians today, both returning champions. Been here a couple times. We love them. Carmen Morales is here. Say hello, Carmen. How are you?
Hi, greetings and salutations, everyone. The brows are back, baby. I brought my brows back.
Yes.
Boom, love it.
Hell
We
yeah.
also have Adam Mamawala back. Mamawala is with us back. How are you, Adam?
I'm here, and my brows have never left.
Your hair looks good on
appreciate
point, though. Your hair looks on point, though. Bro.
Adam Mamawala, we appreciate you being here. What did you just say?
Yeah, always.
I said Mammy Llama instead of Mama Llama, and I fucked it up. I apologize, Adam.
Mamawala.
Mama
None of those
Wall.
are right.
Still
Llama,
fucked
not
it up.
llama.
Adam
Mama
Mamajama,
Llamas.
whatever his
Why
name
a
is.
llama
There you
in
go.
there?
It's really
Oh
good.
My God.
I love how he makes the comics feel so
Mama
wanted.
Whamma? What is it? Is it Oingo Boingo? How's this go? I'm sorry.
Adam Bananarama, everybody. Welcome.
I'd like to introduce our next comedian, Bad Mama Jamma. Bad Mama Jamma.
I was already breakfasting of food, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Please, everybody, welcome a damn Bamba Lamba.
Black Betty Ramalam, everybody.
Yes.
That's
Rachel, I
actually
don't like
what-
this.
did you
I
ever
get
see
I
that
get your
meme?
pain now, Rachel. I didn't realize how much this sucked and how critical they were. But yeah, you're right,
Uh-huh.
Rachel.
Please welcome to the stage a Bamba Bamba Damba Dong 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 Mama Walla.
I like that Chris gets to feel bad for himself for being made fun of for mispronouncing my name, and I just have to be cool with the name being mispronounced.
No, I'm apologizing for mispronouncing your name, dude. I'm sorry. I fucked it up. I try real hard, and some people have weird names. Adam, you know.
Leave Alan alone. Have you guys seen the Black Betty meme where they have the different pictures of like it's like it says "Whoa Black Betty" and then there's Bramble Jam and Panda Lamp and some woman named Pam Balam. It was like it's a wonderful meme.
All right. Well, you know.
Thank you for telling us how you have been spending your time in quarantine. I appreciate that very much.
I've been singing Pussycat Doll.
Any
Steve is
other cool
quarantined
memes you want
alone.
to describe, Steve?
What'd you just say?
Any more memes you want to describe, Steve? I mean, put describe memes. That'd be a
absolutely.
fun
Did you
segment.
see
on
the one
show.
with the guy who said the thing? That was my favorite one.
This is like my dad telling a joke. My dad tells a joke, and he swears to God he doesn't do it on purpose, but he starts in the middle. He assumes you already know the setup. He'll be like, so the guy says to him, that can't be the first line of your joke. Guy says to him, who? Where are we? What's happening here? Take an improv class, Dad. Learn about, give me a location and a relationship, please.
Give me something that fits in a bread box. Huh? Can I have a suggestion, please? Yes, and.
I wrote when I was in high school. I was in a creative writing class, and I had to write a story that cut in the middle of a conversation, and so I had them cut in the middle of a joke, and so the punchline. I just started with the punchline, and the punchline was, so the cow turns to me and says, "I don't know. I'm not too good with plywood myself." Like there's no joke to it. That was just the punchline. But we decided to do that as like a no soap radio thing. I don't know if you ever did that when you were a kid. Like,
Yeah, dude. One of the first podcasts I ever did that we always started the episode like that, where it would just be the punchline, and then we would all start laughing, and nobody would have any idea what the fuck we were talking about. But they were made up jokes. There was no real street joke or anything like that.
It was so much fun to see who, like, we would when we saw someone coming, we would just say that punchline to each other and all burst out laughing, and just watch if the person laughed as well as if they got it. Like that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had that same test in college. Our joke was two bears in a bathtub. First bear says the second bear, can you pass the soap? Second bear says, what am I, look like a radio? and we would just all die laughing. If anybody didn't, there's people that don't understand jokes, but just laugh because they don't want to be embarrassed, would just laugh. And we'd be like, "Do you get it? Do you get it?" Like, yeah. What happened? Oh, fuck.
Well, this is Bowers loves it so much. This is what he relies on for his stand-up to this day.
No, that's actually what made me explain the punchlines after every joke, is so you make
right.
sure that you knew why the bear cared about the radio.
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta update it now. People don't really listen to the radio anymore. Be like, what do I look like, a Spotify station? And then it's modern.
Oh yeah, you're right. I need to update my fake joke from 1995. Good note, Steve. All right.
Who knew? What's amazing to me is I didn't know you could make that joke worse, and then you guys did. That was incredible. I didn't even know you could make that worse.
You didn't. How many times have you been on the show? You didn't know we could make a joke worse?
Long enough to know I shouldn't have been surprised, and yet here we are. I still am.
I guess Carmen just wants to come here and browse the internet, huh?
Oh, yes, I do.
All right, Queen
So we
Rachel,
have
we
a
got
couple-
anything to catch up on before we get to Carmen's set here?
So we
Which I'm
had
excited about.
Gus, who is in our live audience, tip the show $75 yesterday and just said something. So thank
Nice.
Nice
Yeah.
flex,
It's-
money bags. Jesus. You do you, baby. You do you.
Hey,
Did it
Carmen,
get-
let's not make fun of people for tipping because they have money. That's cool. That's not.
No, I'm they want to be made fun of. That's why they're paying the big bucks. They want me to bust their balls.
Oh, so you're one of those comedy doms. I get what
This
you're
is
doing.
a service, yeah. I think we all know I'm a top by now, right? I think everybody's picked up on that.
He has a comedy service.
Stop
Stand up
it.
comedian.
And we also had Dana tip the show $50 and said, just for fun, Ben, did you get to FedEx today? Jesus.
Okay, I was testing out a new filter and didn't realize I was on right now. That's my mistake. But it's probably an appropriate earth-shattering filter to let you know Z Bunster, the package, has been mailed!
What? Nice.
Oh my God.
Is that
You know
because
how many
Steve came to
people
your house
just
yesterday and got it so he would mail it for you, Ben? Is that what happened? He came to your house?
You know,
Yes.
do you have any idea with that filter how many people were just like, oh fuck, my internet's screwing up? Like,
Probably true. Probably true. Is this one preferable?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah.
Is that called the Eugene Levy?
That's right.
That's the Scorsese.
That's right. Let me just say, I'm very excited to work with Bobby De Niro for the 400th time, all right?
This is the opposite of the little kid filter on Ben. This is old Ben. This is what Ben's going to look like as an old man for sure.
This is
Come here.
Beach
Come
Band.
here, please. Come here. What? What?
This is what happens when Ben is beer age instead of Wheaties age.
Exactly. Rachel, we caught up.
No, so last one, Tam tipped the show $2 and said, a general, Carmen's on and I can't be there to put up Rachel's unibrow picture.
Oh, so sad.
Nice. See, my brows are worth money, baby. Look at that. My brows are worth money.
Love it.
If anything, hey, Ben, if you need some help, I could teach you how to tweeze that shit in the middle and make people want to fuck your face, apparently, if you need help.
I mean, that's very graphic. I also do need help because I don't know what happened. Maybe somebody just purchased my brows or what it is, but I am in dire need of help. So if you please,
I think the help that you need is beyond brows at this point. I think you need more than brow help.
no, please, seriously, if anybody is available, if you can personally coach me, maybe that would be great. If you could coach me, I honestly like. If I could,
I got a Sharpie. I could just like do each
yeah, if you
little
could
line
draw it
individually.
in, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
just draw it in. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know this, but I've shaved my brows many months ago on the show, and I've just been using digitally enhanced brows ever since, just to complete graceful. And then when Carmen's here, I do that. But this is my natural look.
I thought you'd gotten a new gas grill and the starter didn't quite work, so you put the flame in it and it blew your eyebrows off. All
No,
right.
but no joke. 2 times in my life this happened to me. I was so lazy while shaving with an electric shaver that 2 different times this happened. I didn't even learn from the first time. I was shaving with an electric shaver and then had an itch on my forehead and didn't want to raise my other arm because it was too far away, so I just went like this
Wow.
and shaved off
Oh.
my eyebrow twice.
Wow.
Yeah, that actually happened to me. I was cutting up vegetables, and I was so lazy, I just stabbed myself in the face. Like, don't you understand? You're holding a razor?
Dude, I knew it. I just thought maybe I could maneuver my hand enough that I could itch it without hitting, and I was wrong.
Both times. Well, the second time you just had to prove the first time wasn't a fluke. I get that. You got to have a positive affirmation.
That's exactly right. I thought I'd let myself down and I was better than that, and I was wrong.
Just holding the razor going, fool me once.
Shave on me. Fool me twice. Hey, that's as bad as the ones you said. That's what you want on this show.
That was better, Carmen. That was better than everything combined. That was the best one. I like it.
Appreciate it.
I can't believe you shaved off your eyebrows, itching your head with a shaver, but that's, I mean, I get it, I guess. That makes sense. But
You can't believe it. It sounds like something you would do every day. It's like a Bauer story, dude. I'm surprised you didn't propose to somebody that way.
my hair, all I got's hair, bro. My hair game's on point. That's all I got. I can't be fucking up eyebrows or shaving off beards or cutting my hair all fucked up. I can't do it.
Also, Ben, you can't shave off your eyebrows twice and then make fun of someone because you think that they would do it too.
I take that point and I agree with you. And Bowers, I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's called projecting, Ben, but I'll let it go. All right, let's bring up our first comic. She is ready. She's one of our favorites. Been on several times. You know you love her. Give her the very funny Carmen Morales, everybody. Carmen.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's good to be back. It's good to see your wonderful faces. I would appreciate if some of the in studio audience would unmute themselves and laugh, because I don't know if you guys remember from before, but that's the sound that makes us not so fucking sad. If you guys want to get on board, I would appreciate that for sure. It's true, man. I've done like a lot of these like Zoom shows for like corporations and stuff like that, and man, are a lot of people ugly out there. They are so. I get why they don't bring these people and put them in the commercials and stuff for some of these companies, because I was like literally, it was like a screen full of people where I was like, everyone on here owns an anime body pillow for sure, and thinks it's their girlfriend. Like that's what that was the vibe it had. It was creepy as hell. And because like that's the other reason I knew, was because like it was almost like they hadn't seen a female in person in a long time, because they were watching the screen like this, like look at the way that they move. Look at them. Look at it. This one talks. Look at that. That's crazy. I could get you a squeaker box, can I? Shishito or whatever your name is. Yeah. But I've been enjoying wearing a mask recently, and I think it's because I smile a lot. I'm a smile person. Like I don't really ever have people telling me to smile because I'm already doing it. And I don't recommend anybody ever do that. I don't recommend anybody ever telling anybody to smile. Only because I do it all the time and it's fucking exhausting. Okay, because all it is having a smile on your face. If you're out in the ether and you have a smile on your face, everyone around you thinks that they made that smile happen. They think they are the reason for that smile. And then what they do is they will talk at you until the smile is gone. Smile is just a flame to a bunch of chatty moths. You know what I mean? Because you'll just be there. Maybe you had the right combination of coffee and sativa, and you're just having the time of your life in your own brain, just watching a cartoon that you're making up as you go along, just waiting to pay for your mixers for your day vodka, and then just somebody will see that and they'll just start talking at you, just that my husband's gout, that he's a rescue, that can you believe that Trump said that, and they just talk at you until you're like, yes, you're right. Misery does love company. Absolutely. Yes, I get it. I absolutely get it. I can't stand it. I think I want a master class for resting bitch face. I've never been so jealous of a woman who looks so unhappy in my life. You know why? Because a bitch with resting bitch face, she gets to eat lunch alone. She doesn't have to hear about anybody else's day. Nobody wants to insert themselves in your life. It seems like a fucking dream is what it seems like. What's even worse is I got sparkly eyes. I get that from my mom. It's way worse when I'm stoned too. So they get all glistening, right? So say I'm out with a group of people having the time of my lives, and I make direct eye contact with people too. So here's the problem. I got direct eye contact, sparkly eyes, and I smile a lot. I can't tell you how many times I've had to reject someone from rejecting me. So many people think that just because you look at them in their eyeballs, that means that you're in love with them. And to them, I say, no, I'm just not autistic. Could you calm it down for the love of God, please? Because that's what happens, dude. I'm just there. I got joy in my heart. I'm making everybody feel good because that's my job. That's the purpose I'm on this planet. You think it's just on this fucking platform? No, this is me adjusting. This is me compromising the beautiful art form that I've committed my entire life to because you fucking people are sick. That's what's happening right now. Anyways, so I'm just it's just the bastardized version of the thing I committed my entire life to so that I can not kill myself. So anyways, I'm just out with people, having the time of my life, and inevitably a dude will come up to me by the end of the experience and will be like, hey, I don't like want to hurt your feelings or anything, but I'm not like interested in you or anything. Oh, okay. You ever been turned down for a job you didn't apply for? Because that's what this fucking feels like, okay? I didn't submit an application, okay? I'm making everybody feel good. That's my thing. That's what I do. I'm a great host at parties. It's the reason I've been getting paid for my thoughts for fucking 15 years, buddy. It has nothing to do with you. You feel good because I'm good at making you feel good. It's not because I like you, you fucking moron. Anyways. Oh my God. So anyways, the masks are nice. The masks are real nice. But it's just weird. I've never had to anybody ever have to fucking try to put themselves in the friend zone from the friend zone? Because that's what it feels like, you know? Try to have this conversation with dudes a lot because a lot of times I'll have because I'm not a Twitter warrior. You know what I mean? I'm doing the real work. I'm having real conversations with people, and I do that. I'll have conversations with dudes because they're like, dude, chicks don't get it, man. They've never been fucking friend zoned, and I'm like, that's not true. I've been friend zoned. It's like, oh, what's different? You're different. What is it different? I got all the parts. You're hammered enough. I'm cute enough. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's the difference, you're like, no, you're different. I like you like a sister. A sister? Whoa. Why am I immediately in your immediate family? How shitty of a family tree when I barely know you and you're putting me in the trunk? You know what I'm saying? Like, get the hell out of here. You think being friend zoned is weird? Try being family zoned. You know what I'm saying? That's way worse. Way worse. Now I gotta tolerate your opinions 3 times a year. I gotta see you on Christmas. Fuck you. I don't like you that much. I don't even like you as a friend that much. You're not coming to meet my family. My mom's amazing. You know how women are like, oh, I don't want to turn into my mom. I'm turning into my mom. I can't wait to turn into that bitch. She's incredible. She knows how to cook. The bitch has got her own company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to be my mom. It's incredible. If you could, I do turn into my mom when I drink wine. That's part of the reason you guys were talking about grapes earlier. It's part of the reason I don't drink wine, because when I do, I become even more short and more Italian. I literally turn into I just start walking around parties, pinching people's asses. Like, who you been fucking these days? How you been fucking? It's almost like a fuckable Joe Pesci, you know? And it's cute, but you don't, whatever. So it's just bizarre when they're like, you don't get it. Like, chicks, I like you like a sister. Also, the whole sister thing, that's not really a good defense anymore, because I don't know if you guys have seen the huge influx in sister-brother porn going on right now. But if anything, it should be further out. I should be further away. If anything, I'm closer to sex by being your sister than I'm not, you know? And besides, why am I so close? Like, why am I immediately in your immediate family? I feel like I should have to work my way to the trunk, you know what I mean? Put me on one of those farther out branches, you know what I mean? Like a second cousin, where if you finger bang one time, you're not scarred the rest of your life, but you have an interesting story to tell your grandkid or something. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of family. Get the fuck out of here, friend zone. Get out of here. It doesn't make any sense.
Third cousin twice removed.
Exactly. Twice removed, bro. Twice removed, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Anyways, that's enough for me. Thank you.
Carmen Robbins, everybody.
Carmen
Putting 10 minutes into comedy into 5 minutes. That was amazing.
That's what happens, dude. With everything, like, I tried to do one of those shows where you go to a stage and there's no people and you do this, but from a stage. And I was like, you're not gonna hear. There's no pause for laughter. I've been so wound up for so long. Like, there's no. At this point, I don't care if you're enjoying it. I'm gonna say the thing anyways. You know?
Your way is definitely better, Carmen, than how some of the comics on this show do it, which is putting 5 minutes of comedy into 10 minutes.
Yes.
Pause for laughter.
By the way, the tip jar is open, everybody. If you want to tip Carmen, please do so.
Give me some mask money, baby.
PayPal, laughfromhome.com. You can super chat on YouTube. And by the way, Carmen, I have such resting bitch face that even with a mask, people know I'm frowning.
Well, that's that furrowed brow thing that you have. Like a lot of dudes. I don't have it because I have too much joy in my heart. But there's like a weird furrowed. See, I can't even do it good. Like you guys just have this like maybe it's like a white guy worry thing. You know what I mean?
It's a Muppet brow. He has a Muppet brow. He looks like a Muppet, and that's what happens when Muppets are sad.
No, the Muppet thing is the nose. That's not his brow. It's the Muppet thing is that's like his Sam the Eagle thing he's got going on. That's his like fucking. You know what I mean?
Wait, Carmen, have I told you that before?
What? No. Do people say you look like Sam the Eagle?
Oh yeah.
That was a running joke with me and my ex that my Muppet face was Sam the Eagle. That's fucking ridiculous.
That's so funny.
I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets. I'm a very big
like
Muppet fan.
Esoteric Muppet. He's not even like most people say Sam the Eagle, and they're just like, is that like a morning DJ in Pomona?
By the way, nothing has ever made me laugh more than someone goes, no, he doesn't look like a Muppet because of his eyebrows, dude. He looks like a Muppet because of his face. It's not debating whether or not you look like a.
Well, that's the Muppet he looks like. It is.
No, I look like Sam the Eagle. Absolutely.
Well, also, you're talking about that furrowed brow.
Yeah.
I feel like my girlfriend's been maybe lightly encouraging me to get Botox because, when just generally more so it's like a book actor. When I raise my eyebrows, this kind of thing happens.
Yeah.
No,
that punchline would have worked better if it didn't happen in the middle of the setup. I think.
Yeah,
I think if you could time your.
I accidentally raised my eyebrows, but the point is, have you noticed though how I look kind of like BJ Novak right now. Hey, hey everybody.
I would do the whole thing. You look way more attractive. I mean, you make the eyes even. But other than that, he has a nice strong chin. I think you get on network TV instantly after that.
I think with that, you look like the singing sword, the Frank Sinatra singing sword from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's what he says. Wicked witchcraft.
By the way, Ben, that looks more like Jay Leno than your Jay Leno mask does.
Hey, I'm very excited about this. I have to keep my eyebrows up. It's very painful. But for real, though, what I was trying to say is that I literally have been considering getting Botox only because I'm such an expressive person, kind of like you're saying about yourself, Carmen. And acting these days, if you guys ever study acting, even just watch any commercial on TV, every single actor in even the most dramatic scenes or commercials, they do nothing. They don't react. They don't move their face. They put no emotion in their voice. Literally, it could be like, I just saw an explosion. The line's like, I just saw an explosion. Everybody's dead. That's acting.
I think that's more news anchor than fucking. I think that's way more news anchor than actor. Because every like good actor, they always have like a scene where, I'm so stressed. I'm a man. I got a lot going on. You don't understand. I don't have time for love. I gotta go save a thing. Like, it's always this one crease right here that has the weight of their world on their eyebrows.
Carmen, did you also see Stressed Man Who Has to Go Save a Thing? That was
one of my favorite memes that's out there right now. Yeah, one of my favorite.
Describe it. Also, by the way, Ben, I don't appreciate you making fun of my acting.
Listen, you're one of the great. The way you act as though a guy who's at a yoga class, it almost seems like you've been to a yoga class. It's very impressive.
All right,
Rachel, you got to catch up on?
Yeah. All right, so Carmen's tips. We had Jan Johnson, $4. I'm going to try and make it through the show. I've got broken ribs, so it hurts to laugh, but I'm going to try and make it.
Damn.
The good news is you won't be in much pain. You'll be fine.
Oh.
Glad your joke killed there. Way to bring it to a screeching halt.
About not being funny, it was very meta.
I'm gonna cut that joke with my machete. I'm gonna cut that joke.
I'm meta about you, baby.
Hey, there we go. That's more of the comedy we know and love on this show.
My apologies for my self-deprecating humor when I could have just let that happen. I'm sorry.
Are you Helen Hunt? Because I'm Paul Reiser to the occasion. Cut it again, Carmen. Cut it.
Cut.
Thank you.
Cut.
Thank you.
Cut.
We
Okay.
also had Dana tip Carmen $20 and said, Carmen, I have resting bitch face. You know what happens? People tell me to fucking smile. I can't win for losing.
I would rather have the request, to be honest with you, than have someone think that they can be a part of my life randomly. You know?
Carmen, I smile all the time and no one ever comes and talks to me. I don't understand. Like, it's not a thing. I mean, I'm just a smiley, fun guy, and people are like, stay away from that weirdo. So maybe you got to smile more, be more zany. I don't know what's going on.
Carmen,
No.
do you ever get reverse catcalled when people are just be like, hey baby, smile less.
Reverse. No. If it was, I don't think anybody would ever. I mean, that would be funny, but I don't think anybody would ever have the balls to tell somebody to not smile. Hey, that's a little too much. But I think that's honestly how people feel sometimes. I think sometimes people are like, man, fuck you with that stupid smile on you. You ever see somebody smile and it's upsetting? You know what I mean? We're just like, what the fuck? So happy.
Yeah,
They got to be happy.
People tell me to not smile all of the time, and honestly, it's offensive. It's offensive.
See someone
can't
on the
tell that's
street
a-
and you're just like, what the fuck are you so
Yeah,
happy about?
is that even a filter, or is that just
I
Ben's
can't tell
weird
that
mouth
that's a
right
filter. Your weird smile mouth. Is that a filter?
I don't know.
I think it is. Oh, he's being subtle about it. That's a filter. It freaked me out for a second. Nice work.
I've been trying to figure out this entire time if Ben is just lit better than the last time I did the show, or if he got like fake teeth. Your teeth look very bright today. What's happening with that?
Thank you very much. I really
What's
appreciate
going
it.
on?
I don't know how to even
Is
answer
this
that. I feel like this is just up to people's interpretation.
It sounds like
I
he's
guess it's a
setting you up for a.
compliment,
It sounds like he's setting you up for a sponsor that you guys didn't know you had. He's just like, your smile looks exceptionally white these days. Oh, well, I'm so glad you mentioned it. Thanks for these Crest white strips.
I think it's the shredded wheat. He just ate shredded wheat and it like cleaned them all up.
It's a nice sheen on it.
Yeah, I think you probably put your finger on it right there. It's probably the shredded wheat.
I
Yeah, 'cause
think
they
he
act like
just has
Brussels.
cottage
They're
cheese
brushing
stuck
your
in his
teeth.
mouth.
Oh yeah, it's all cottage cheese mouth. There you go.
It's
It
one of the
might
great
also
teeth
be
whiteners.
that. It might also be that the last time I did the show, you were in your father's lair.
Oh yes, that could be it.
That definitely is different lighting in daddy's office.
It was
That's
real. It was
not-
more murdery lighting.
Yeah, when your dad's teeth are so much whiter than yours that by contrast we could tell the difference. By yourself, we can't tell how white your teeth are.
Yeah, now it's starting to verge into hurtful.
Hey, wait, Rachel, do you also have teeth?
I have a fake tooth.
Well, let's go to you then. What do we have coming in?
John Dugan,
Change.
$10. Carmen, tinier than I thought. The Hitachi magic wand is huge compared to you.
Wow! Holy shit! Yeah, I mean, probably. I guess I don't know. I've never seen it in person. I
Got one I
don't.
can go show you.
Oh,
I'm
thank
not
you.
gonna do that, though. I'm not gonna do that.
I don't use any
Well,
devices. Is that bad? I feel like I might be a bad woman, but I don't own any things. But I think it's because for the longest time, I lived on the road for so long, like I just never wanted to have a TSA holding my fake dick in their hand. So I was just like, I'll just, you know what I mean? I'll just go old school. And then now at this point, I'm just used to it. You know, that's why
Well, I
my
don't
fingers are the same length because I wore the middle one down over quarantine.
I totally get it, Carmen, because I don't want the TSA holding my real dick in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret telling the story from the beginning, but I one time I'm not gonna tell. Never mind.
Yeah, just do it. You already
You
set
have
it up.
to.
Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Just say
Put it
the
in the
thing.
box.
Or lie.
Okay, look,
One or the other.
I fully support all people with different abilities doing any job. I totally get it, but I swear to you, one time I was patted down for enhanced screening by a TSA man with one arm, and I felt like maybe he could just do another job at TSA because it just took twice as long. I felt like I was being accused of.
Oh my god.
Felt like I was being accused of murdering my wife. I don't know what happened. I just kept saying,
probably should have left that one in the vault. You should have lied to us.
But I tried.
What's great?
But come on, as much as anyone should do any job, there's something funny about being patted down by a guy with one hand. That's funny. A little bit funny.
I just wanted to took twice as long.
I was like, buddy, I got a plane to catch here. I know you want this job, but
I love that
come
you
on,
put on
man."
your wolf eyes filter for this fucking story because you wanted to look even more insane. It's like now for this next part, I'm going to be using the back of my hand to check the band of your pants, and then you're like, no, I know you're only going to use one hand. I can see that there is no other hand for you to possibly be using.
I like the idea that was that guy's dream in life. Like the way there was like a baseball player named Jim Abbott who was a pitcher who had one arm, and it was like everyone said he couldn't do it, and he was like, "I'll prove it to you," and now he's pitching in the big leagues. Like imagine this kid was like an 8-year-old. He's like, "I'm gonna work for the TSA, and no one's gonna stop me."
No, what's sad, Adam, is Jim Abbott just fell on hard times and now works for the TSA. It's fucking terrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
I was just gonna say that, but about the drummer from Def Leppard. I was like, the drummer of Def Leppard. Man, I thought they were at least doing casinos. It's a shame he's got to do fucking TSA now.
Yeah, it's like all respect to the guy and to everybody who's less than fully able. But I'm just saying, like, when they hired him, they were like, I guess we have to hire him or it would be discriminatory. But this is gonna hold up lines. We just knew.
I think actually that's why they hired him. They're like, how can we make this take longer?
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Let's assign him to the pre-check lane to really piss off the entitled people.
I think that's a great move, personally, because then it's also like, well, they can't get mad at him because then they're the assholes. This is brilliant.
They found the way to prevent us from complaining. Because
Exactly.
the pat down took forever. They're like, excuse me, but who is it that gave you the pat down? Everything was fine. Never mind.
I think you guys need to pre-check your privilege. That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
Well, I have another
Two hands patting people down all willy-nilly like a hero. I get it. All right.
I have another TSA story that is not offensive and just incriminates me to international drug trafficking crimes. Not international, interstate. But one time, the closest I ever came to being caught smuggling weed onto an airplane was, I used to fly with weed all the time before it was like easier to get.
I still do. How about that for incriminating?
Oh, nice. I love that. So I would normally keep it in my wallet. I'd have a little baggie of some weed in my wallet and a little one-hitter glass pipe, like a little glass cigarette one-hitter in my wallet in the corner. And because you used to be able to opt out of the metal detector and they would just pat you down and you would just hold your own wallet and they wouldn't check. And so I go through past the security guy that takes your ID and make sure you're who you say you are. Already passed him before I looked up, maybe because I was already a little bit stoned. And then I see it was those new puffer machines, those that go around your whole body and see everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was screwed. I couldn't leave TSA now to throw away the weed. And I knew they were going to see it. And I didn't know what to do. And so I go in the machine and I'm holding my wallet like this, trying to put my fingers in front of it to like block the weed somehow. Yeah, block the x-rays. And they say, "Sir, please come out. We need to check that wallet." And I'm like, oh no, I'm about to get busted smuggling weed. And
It's a one-arm guy.
he's like, "Mind if I take a hit?" I'm like, "I can, but we'll be here all day." So he takes the wallet and he feels the smushy part where I have my bag of weed, and he reaches into that compartment and starts pulling it out, and he pulls out a condom that I had on top of the baggie of weed, and it felt similar. So he's like, "That must have been that." Puts it back in. I'm like, "Oh my God, thank God." Then he feels the edge of the wallet where I have the hard cigarette glass pipe, feels the whole length of that pipe, reaches into that part of the wallet and starts pulling out a toothpick I also had there. He's like, "Oh, must have been the toothpick. You're good to go, sir." And he didn't feel either
Wow.
thing. And I got through.
I hope you bought a lot of lottery tickets that day.
I should have.
Ben has never thrown out anything. That's why he has so much.
Yes. 100%.
That way
that
it's all
day
decoys.
forward.
Also, by the way, Ben, I love that you're like, yeah, they almost found my one hitter. Speaking of Jim Abbott.
Look, it was a very tense moment and a lucky day for sure. The plane did crash. We did lose some lives, but I got off scot-free.
That delay prevented you from getting on that plane.
Thank God for one-armed TSA people is my point.
You want to have somebody to
Alright.
blame. I get it.
Let's finish Carmen's tips. So Matthew Plummer tipped Carmen $5. Tam tipped Carmen $5 and said, "Jokes more on fleek than the brows. How is that possible?"
Ooh,
Nice.
thank
Nice.
you. Oh my god.
Thank you
And
so
then-
much.
Some
But
com-
please
some
also give
comedians-
Carmen a compliment.
Some comedians only have a unijoke.
We've got Zara tipped Carmen $15 with a novel. I will try and say, "Carmen, you're my bottom bitch and I love you. If it makes you feel any better, I was once friend zoned by someone who turned to me at 2 a.m. in the morning on couch, half naked, playing PlayStation and said, 'You're the best, Zazu. You're like my favorite sweater. Just comfortable, lumpy, and always down for a friendly hug. Nobody wants to fuck their favorite sweater.'"
Oh my god. That sucks.
I beg to
It's
differ.
brutal.
I have
If you
some
want
I have
to
some really nice
fuck my
sweaters.
sweater.
Just saying, I have a sweater or two that if I come home drunk enough, you never know.
It's different. It's different if you're just wiping shit on that sweater. I feel, Ben, like you need to clarify. She's talking about longevity with the sweater, not it's next to you and you got to wipe your dick off. Okay, there's a big
Okay.
difference. There's a big
Okay,
difference.
fair enough.
Thank you.
That's fair.
like
But the
that
thing
joke
is,
'cause
but
we
the
learn
thing
a
with me
lot.
is like I wasn't trying to get anything with him. Like I wasn't dating any. Like I wasn't looking. I wasn't like ooh. Like you know what I mean. Like if I'm trying to charm you, bro, like you'll know. You'll feel so pretty. You know what I mean? Like I'm just good at making people feel good. And I've never had anybody try to say that shit like after. Like post coital. I think that's a way dick move. Like for me, because I am ultimately a top Zara. Like I would have been a complete asshole and talked about all of their flaws to their face at that moment in the middle of the game. Yeah, small dick, classic small dick. Yep.
Hey,
that's
hey, we're
Small
not
dick
all
energy.
assholes. Just because you have a small dick doesn't mean you're an asshole. Calm down.
No, it means you eat pussy good or you're an asshole, one or the other. And if you eat pussy good, you don't have to be an asshole because you know you can still bring somebody ecstasy.
That's the name of my next album. Thank you. All right, Rachel, let's catch it
I have
up.
all of that on a T-shirt that I wear regularly. So that's perfect.
Guys, we gotta catch up.
All right. Jess tipped Carmen $25 and said, "You are not alone. Everyone doesn't need devices. I laugh when I see one. It's extra funny. It's not really that erotic." And we're caught up.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
also just like the actual like act of like, like,
Yeah.
like I don't know if I just don't hate myself enough to want to stab myself. I mean, like I get it. Sometimes your box is tingly and you can't get it to stop tingling unless you fucking show you, bitch. Like I get that there is an element of that for some people, but I just for some reason I can't bring myself to do it.
I mean,
gotta
that's
say-
fine. More dildos for me.
I gotta say, I am learning so much.
Carmen, you need to write one of those books called Pussy for Dummies, maybe. That would work.
That's
I don't think
Actually,
there's anything
it's-
wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong if people want to do that. Like I'm not dildo shaming anybody. Like if you want to put stuff in all the holes, whatever makes you feel good ultimately, like you know, do you. I'm just saying like I just never could get into it. I think I tried a vibrating one once and that was fine. But anything that I had to go up in, like I just unless it's attached to a person that I could grab, whose neck I could you don't fucking do anything I don't want. You know, like there's got to be some place I could generate some kind of fear, and I can't do that with a dildo.
So you're afraid the dildo's gonna do something you don't want? Is that what the concern is? You're afraid it's gonna take over?
Yes, Ben. I think I'm gonna accidentally rape myself. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
I
that
also
this
just-
magic wand is being magically non-consensual. That's my concern.
I just want to point out, by the way, that the other name for the book Pussy for Dummies is High School.
I also want to point out that the elevator pitch one sentence log line that sold Jersey Shore was dummies for pussy.
Let's do another set.
Let's get to our next comic. All right. Come on the stage right now. Baba baba dabba dab dag a dang a ding a dag a dog a dog 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 a ding a dog a dog a ding a dang 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 a ding ding da dag. Adam Mamawala, everybody! Woo!
Thank you, everybody. I enjoy that there's been so much discussion of sex toys as Carmen uses a microphone that literally looks exactly like a sex toy. Like what is?
Whoa! Who's sticking this inside of him, dude?
It looks like something. at the very least, it looks like something I would have been kicked out of Sharper Image for using as a 12-year-old to massage my back.
Look at my robot dick, dude.
It is unclear to me. I've also been heavy on the Zoom circuit. Oh man, what a time! I've been doing a lot of what I consider to be the consolation circuit, which was a lot of people in like April and May being like, "Hey, we had something really fun planned that was going to be really special, but you'll do." It was great. You know, we were supposed to get married, but we can't anymore. So we figured we would cheer ourselves up by booking a marginally successful comedian. It's like, yeah, how's that going to go? The good news is that at least now people are like kind of doing things. Like people are not completely indoors, depending on where you are. And that I realized that was the biggest issue in doing these shows was like, one of the secrets of stand-up is that we all refer to everything as if it just happened, but we're full of shit. Like it may have happened yesterday. It also might have happened 5 years ago. So I was doing shows like in the worst of the pandemic in like late April, being like, yeah, so I was at this party a couple weeks ago without even catching myself doing it. People were like, say the fucking side, you piece of shit. It's like, well, the joke is from 2013. I just need to update my act and I'm lying to you. Oh man, it's been an interesting time. It's a very weird situation for me because 2019 was the worst year of my life, hands down. It was a horrific year for me personally, to the point where on New Year's Eve I was like, well, 2020 couldn't be worse, and never saying that again. I got divorced last year. It was not fun, and you know, I gotta say though, the silver lining is that I always hoped that my first time being single in New York City, a place filled with millions of beautiful women, would be during a fucking pandemic. What a great time to meet people. Oh boy. I know people who are like going on socially distant dates, which seems a little, I don't know if I would. It seems a little questionable. The thing that's interesting to me about that whole situation though, is that like, it's going to be very unclear whether or not someone's interested for a lot of reasons. You know what I mean? Like if you go out with someone to the park and you're walking around and it seems to have gone well. And then afterwards you're like, hey, you want to come back to my place? And she's like, yeah, I really shouldn't. You just have to go home wondering if it's that she wasn't into you or she doesn't want to kill your grandma. Like that's a very, I had started to date for like a couple months before everything got shut down. And it was a very weird experience because it was my first time ever being single in New York. And I've lived here since I was like 24. And the problem is I missed the entire wave of online dating. So now I've reemerged into society as somebody who's not that old, but I feel like the oldest young person in the world. Like I'm just, just out in these streets like, well, back in my day, Bumble was just a kind of bee. It's a whole new experience. I would say largely the few dates I went on went pretty well, but that led me to a greater question, which with all due respect to any of the guys watching, what the fuck were you doing out there the past 8 years? These women are traumatized. I was just, it is unbelievable what the expectation is. I was going on dates and just not being a dick. And I was like getting carried off on people's shoulders. What's happening? It's very interesting. I feel like so much of the marketing that we've had to witness over the past few months has shifted. First with COVID and then with protests happening and everything. But I love how there are some companies who are just like all in, whatever they are, they're just committed to it. Like Corona beer, has there ever been a company more in need of a rebrand than Corona? Like not since the Porsche 911 has something needed a rebrand dramatically. It's like the Porsche 911 happened and they just kept making that car. They still make that car. That's how dope the Porsche 911 is the worst thing in the world happened. They're like, we're going to make more of these. Like there's no way that if there were a car called the Chevy COVID, they would just continue making that car. Like to me, if I'm Porsche at that point, I'm just going to see how far I can push it. It's like if we name a car the Porsche pedophile, will rappers still drive it? Like where do we stop? All right, I'm at my time, so I'm gonna end it there and respect the room, the virtual room.
Adam Mamawala, everybody. Adam Mamawala.
Great
Love the
job.
idea that you could like, tell if things are going well on a socially distant date because you're like, yeah, at one point she was within 5 feet of me. So I think
She was inching towards me.
exactly. She's really interested. Also, totally agree with you about the online dating thing. Like I was married and then I got divorced and suddenly I was dropped into this world of apps and like everyone I talked to had just gone on a date with the most horrific human being and like they would tell me stories about it. I'm like, I love that guy exists. I love that guy because he makes things so much easier for me. All I have to do is text back once and I'm a fucking hero. Like it's
Completely. No, and for me, I think
you guys are welcome. You know, I've been out there doing my
well, but Steve, I don't know if you ran into this as well. The one thing that sucks as a comic is that like all of a sudden I'm single for the first time really in forever and I want to talk about dating, but it's like inherently hacky because so many people have talked about it. Like I feel like I'm the guy who's like watching Breaking Bad now for the first time and wants to talk to everybody about it. It's like we talked about this 10 years ago. Like where the fuck have you been?
No, Adam, I never went through that as a comic because I have other things to say. But
Oh my god.
jar is open.
Wow. Okay, that was just
Burn.
mean.
The tip jar is
That's too
open.
far.
You
Very
can
weird.
tip Adam and make up for what I just did. Top right.
Adam, he apologizes. You must have crowds that don't want to shout you down constantly when you speak like Steve does.
Thanks for interrupting
I
and proving
prefer
it, Ben. Anyway, tip jar is open. You can Venmo, top right of the screen. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course you can super chat. And sorry, Adam, but I'm also not sorry. It was fun.
Hey, wait. Also,
All is
isn't
forgiven.
Porsche German? Isn't Porsche a German car company?
I don't know. Are they pro 9/11? Is that the implication?
I am just saying, if you lean into it,
They're like, aren't
that's
Porsches
the whole
made
point.
by 19 people in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. I'm just saying that's probably why they don't give a fuck about our 9/11. I mean, it wasn't tragic to the whole world. It was tragic to us. The rest of the world was like, that sucks. You know what I
'Cause
mean?
they're
Kind of
not-
like
they're
how
not-
everybody over
One-
here doesn't give a shit about Syria. They're just like,
they're-
man, so
yeah.
glad that's not happening here.
Yeah, really top selling car is the Toyota Pearl Harbor.
And Germany's 9/11 was World War II, so it's a whole other fucking thing.
Yeah, if Porsche had a fucking WW2 car, then I'd be like,
Well, the one car that's also very hard to figure out how anybody is even driving is the Porsche Building 7. I don't get how did they even get in the car? There's no doors. There's no doors.
I think Porsche really loves America because they never wanted us to forget. So that's why they kept making them. They're like, rich people will drive this, and it will remind everybody of this American tragedy on a regular basis.
I've always thought that 9/11 was a leather interior job.
Stop it.
And let it be known that diesel doesn't melt steel beams. So.
Well, also there's one Porsche that lets a real asshole inside of her, and it's Porsche de Rossi.
Ooh.
Ow. Ellen Byrne. All right, let's go. Rachel, what do we got for tips?
So far we've got Jan Johnson, $4 for Adam Mamawala Blue Moon.
Mawala wop doo 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 doo. Mawala wop doo doo doo. Mawala wop doo 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 doo.
Stop singing my Muppet song. That's my song.
I always figured.
Cultural appropriation.
I always figured when I quit comedy, it would be in person. Not like that.
I'm sorry.
No, seriously, I mean, this man, show him a little bit of respect. He won the Nobel Prize. Give it up for Adam Malala Yousafzai, everybody.
What?
Deep cut.
Yeah.
Go back to the filters. Go back to the filters.
Well, Adam, I do want to point out that you did say that my teeth look wonderful, and I'm not saying it's true, but
Were you working on that this whole time then?
yeah, I had that filter before, and it was apparently erased from my favorites, and I had to go search for it. It was a real hassle, and honestly not worth it, considering that payoff.
All right, Rach, what else we got?
All right.
That's
so we
Ben's
also have-
album. Not worth it considering that payoff. That's a good album.
And that is also Bauer's bank account.
Oh, that's true.
We've got Matthew Plummer, $5 for Adam. We've got Jess, $25. What a lesson. Successful relationships are easy. All you got to do is not be a jerk. Why is this such a difficult concept?
True.
That was paid by a woman who has been hurt.
We also had Dana tip Adam $20 and said, I love the Porsche 911.
Nice.
The bit or the car? Very important. It's very important to me.
Both.
Either or.
And then we had Zara tip $15 and said, I'm with you, Adam, married and divorced, proper single for the first time in 8 years. If I meet one more sapiosexual, I'm calling it a day. I've been so frustrated since leaving Rachel's Tortilla Palace.
I absolutely agree, by the way. That term is the dumbest fucking term.
Sapiosexual?
The second someone on an app says that they're a
What's that mean again?
sapiosexual, it is
They like
immediate
smart
swipe
people?
left. It means they like smart people. So basically, what they're trying to be one by using that term. They're like desperately being like, I'm smart too, right, guys? It's like it's a term used by people who think they're smarter than they are.
Yeah, I still have never, I've been in and out of relationships, not married. Except I married a Chinese guy for 30 grand because I believe in immigration. I don't just talk about it, I be about it. But I've never been in like a real marriage. So and I've still never used apps. I've just never.
Well, yeah, you
I
just
still-
smile on the street.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
see?
So you don't use tools of any kind for sex, is what you're saying.
No, just my brain. I'm just really sapiosexual, and people are just
Nothing-
attracted to my intelligence. Oh.
Anything that can help her have sex, but also has some sort of electronics in it. She's like not about it. It's
Nope.
manual only, analog
There's
for
no
Carmen.
bumbo.
I'm
no
real
bumbo.
grassroots.
I also like that you incriminated yourself. That was a good time. So how'd you get deported? Well, my ex-wife mentioned something on a Zoom comedy show that is now archived on YouTube, and they came and got me.
It's a joke.
I
It's
know.
a joke, Adam. That's what's great about comedy is you can lie. You can decriminalize the criminal activity you had in your past under the guise of parody.
All right.
Dumb Starbucks.
We also had Tam tip Adam $5 and said, Adam, honestly, your last name isn't that difficult. What's so tough about Walla Walla?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Son of a bitch.
Poor Adam. This is really all making fun of Bowers, not making fun of your last name.
I'm sorry I fucked it up, Adam. I apologize. I get excited and I fuck shit up sometimes. And I was so excited you were here, I messed it up, and now it's the whole show. I'm sorry.
It's
man.
okay.
Then he wonders why he lost all the money in the divorce is because that's what he said to the judge too. I'm sorry, I fucked up. What do you want from me?
Also, you should consider yourself. Honestly, you got off pretty easy, Adam, because normally when Bowers gets excited and fucks up, he comes in 2 seconds.
God.
I come in 2 seconds whether I'm excited or not, Ben. It's just the thing.
By the way, Carmen, I hate to tell you, but that your Bowers divorce joke was based on a false premise. The idea that he had money to lose in that divorce, it was his ex's money.
Look.
I was just making a joke. I wasn't trying to learn about the travesty he went through. Jesus Christ.
No, both my divorces, the judge said they should pay me alimony. I declined because I didn't need to do that. But yeah, no, I've never dated anybody. I've never done it.
Like, he's grown accustomed to a certain lifestyle. He's had KFC 3 times a week. He deserves it.
Dude, that was one
I'm
of
so
the
happy you
funniest.
said week instead of day.
I would think day. I was going KFC 3 times a day, but that's chicken fillet now. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, Bauer's bucket list is just which sides he wants with the bucket.
Actual
That
list
definitely
of
made up
buckets.
for the sparkly teeth thing you had going on earlier.
Bauer's bucket list, it just says KFC, whores. Like, it's just very...
Dude, that was one of the
Golf
funniest
golf
arguments.
balls.
One of the funniest arguments I ever got into Chris is I was on the road and I was going to Indianapolis where he was living at the time, and I was like, hey, I want to come in, let's get lunch together. And he was like, great. And I was like, do you know any like cool local place that we could go to? And he was like, ew, why would I go to someplace local? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I like TGI Fridays, I like Darden, and I was like, you like Gordon Food Service, like the stuff that's like right above the dog food pay.
Wait, before Bowers replies to that.
Of them, God damn it.
Yeah, this is exactly what Bauer's rationale for that must be. He'd be like, well, because you know what you're going to get. It's exactly the same. I'm not going to go there and risk some guy in some local coffee shop telling me, oh, this is the way I make an omelet. Fuck you. That's not how omelets are made. I want a standardized omelet across the entire country. Understand?
And by the way, Carmen, Gordon Food Service is where all your local bullshit food comes from.
No, not farm to table stuff. Sorry, it doesn't come from
farm
Gordon
to
Food Service.
table. That's disgusting. I want it processed.
How is it farm to table?
I want 1,000 chickens stamped into a shape and then stamped into dinosaur parts. That's
only sapiosexuals like farm to table. Let's be honest.
First of all, Carmen, Bowers' rationale for this, and I know this because I've gotten into the same exact argument with him. Bowers' rationale for this is that if a local place was good, they would have more than one location.
Yes.
That is his.
Which is true.
Which, following that logic, nobody would ever come to a comedy club. They would all go to only the Funny Bone. They would only ever watch fucking Comedy Central, and none of this would exist. If that was the case, we are those local businesses.
True that.
So it just doesn't make any sense.
Carmen,
and by the way, not to be
terrible.
Hey, not to be a dick, we're not terrible, but we're clearly worse than comics on Netflix, or we'd be on Netflix.
No.
True.
You don't understand. You've been in Indiana too long. This business don't get it at all, dude. That's not in the
Clearly,
league.
you haven't watched enough comedy on Netflix, bro.
Have you watched Netflix specials and gone away thinking, wow, every joke there was just superior to my jokes? Or do you think they've got an agent, they have the right marketing, they are more handsome, they know the right thing, they're more young, they fill up a certain bucket.
Easy, Adam's here, guys. Yeah. Easy. The very handsome Adam Mama Jamma is. Come on.
Why am I being attacked here?
Because you're pretty. You're pretty. Come on.
I was just gonna say I put Nick Cannon's Netflix special up there with the greats. I mean, have you guys seen it? I mean, that's like some prior level stuff right there.
Yeah, that special is Cannon. That's how he got his name.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
All right, let's.
Nick Cannon's up there with Eva Braun and a lot of the great anti-Semites of history.
I don't like that.
Man, you really are going deep cut today, Ben. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
All right, Adam. Matthew Plummer tipped $5 more and said, "For Adam, I feel your pain. No one has ever had a problem pronouncing my name, but I think you might imagine."
Matt, I get it.
And we also had a few generals. Savannah Martin threw in $5 for the show and said, "Thank you for calling TGI Fridays in Reynoldsburg. Please stop harassing my mans." And then we had Joe Mike tip the show $10 for Ben's TSA story about traveling with weed. Hilarious.
Nice.
Nice. See, somebody appreciated that payoff. Yeah.
$10 for a dime bag. That makes sense. I get it.
And then Catherine, $10. This is for Steve because I think he's awesome. I love him all the way from England. It's also the amount I spent on a front row ticket for tonight, and I've not received a Zoom email to be in the front row.
Ooh, scandalous.
Tip with some shade thrown in.
Probably
nice.
Spam. And
actually, that does happen. It does get in your spam.
Yeah, it goes in your spam. Also, it's in your Eventbrite account, and it's also when you finish buying the ticket. They put a link right there that you.
Well, you can come tomorrow. You can come tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll hook it up. Email us through the website. We'll get you a ticket to tomorrow or another one that works for you. We appreciate it. Thank you much for the support.
Also, I think everybody should have to pay to give you shade. I think if anybody wants to say something snarky, I think Twitter would be way more lucrative business for everyone involved if it was like, okay, I'm about to say something cunty, here's a 10 spot. I think that shitty comment would go down a lot easier.
Someone was an asshole to me on Instagram, and I posted a screenshot of the comment, and he like freaked out and DM'd me and was like, asked me to take it down. And I was like, I'll tell you what, donate to a literacy charity. And I will.
Wait,
And then-
did you
and
say
then-
a literacy charity or illiteracy charity?
No, I said
That seems like a bad
literary
toss.
charity.
I don't know what kind of
Well,
fucked up causes you're involved
Guess
with.
what?
but-
He said he would, and then he didn't, and so it's still on my feed.
Well,
Yeah.
just-
Also-
in his defense, he didn't know what literacy was, so you just be more specific.
He's like,
You can't
well,
tell
he's like,
somebody
the
to
illiter-
read
The
who they can't
illiterati
read.
run the world. I don't want to give them money.
The illiterate.
I think an illiteracy charity would actually be a great idea because there's a lot of sad news out there, and the less sad news kids read, the happier they'll be.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, less testing.
point.
I
Not
get
reading
it.
is
Yeah.
fundamental.
Every kid a trophy. Make sure they don't read. Everybody grows up happy in a nice bubble. Everybody
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah, you get a personal pan pizza for not reading 5 books. I like it. I like what you're going.
Yeah.
I like where you're going.
But is that really what happens at your talks, Bowers? Is you offer pizzas to people for reading stuff?
No, that's not what I do. But it's the thing.
That's what they did in public
Book
school.
it,
You never
baby.
got that?
Yeah.
Pizza Hut used to
Oh,
do
book
like
it.
like promote kids reading. So there was like, if you read 5 books over the summer, you get a free personal pan pizza. You had to like show the 5 books. You read.
Wow.
What
I've
in the?
vaguely
I know
remember.
about
did
this.
that like once when
Illinois.
I was in like 4th or 5th
Book it
grade.
pizza.
Yeah, you didn't
Oh my
get.
God.
You guys didn't get free pizzas for reading books. That
Absolutely.
must be
No,
why
no,
the
in
West
New
Coast
York,
and East
they
Coast are
just-
so skinny. That's why you guys are so fucking
No, I did
skinny. You
that.
didn't get pizza for reading like this
Pretty sure.
Midwestern fucking shit.
Well, my shit was in Florida, so I don't even have an excuse. But
Also,
it was-
Bowers only read Jay Leno's headlines anyway.
I read it 5 times. I read it 5 times to get my pizza. God damn it, that's how it works.
Let's do the game.
Let's do the
Let's do the
game,
game.
everybody. Let's do
So
the
excited
game.
to do the game. All right, so the game today is Breakfast, a Song. So I'm going to read some of the unpaid entries that I like, and then we'll go to the live audience and start voting from then on. So starting us off, I liked Sean E's Lucy in the Sky with Donuts.
Nice.
Amanasala, Don't Go Bacon My Heart.
Nice.
Nice.
Randy Longmire, this is a mystical song. Break your fast. Show me what you're cooking with.
Ah, that's
By the
really
way, a
good.
healthy one would be Lucy in the Sky with almonds.
It's not a breakfast.
Get on the flower.
Yeah.
And then let's go to Zara first.
Oh, you're doing really well, sweetie, today. Okay, so I had.
Close to the other days.
You're doing really
Thanks,
well,
baby.
sweetie. So I had Mr. Sunnyside by the Grillers.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I had
Excellent.
by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, You Got Lucky Charms.
Nice.
And look, because we're Australian and we eat it any time of day, I had, whoa, Black Betty, Rack of Lamb.
Nice.
Well, I'm out.
Nice.
All right. I think Gus had his hand up. Gus.
Yeah. Hey, I had protein shake, 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 senora, and I had cocoa puff, puff, pass.
Nice.
All right. Who else? Frank, go ahead.
Pretty soon the camera's going to be under Frank's balls. It just gets lower and lower and lower.
Stop barbecuing. Don't stop believing.
Stop what?
Barbecuing.
Don't stop barbecue. All right.
Barbecue for breakfast?
Well, you know,
Barbecue
Frank.
for
Frank,
everything.
Living his best
Frank
life,
lives a
man.
yeah. He's a soprano. He does that.
Guys,
for
guys,
everything.
honestly, I think Frank's were really good. I think Frank's were.
I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree with you. I think you're making a great point.
Benjamin, did you have an entry?
Sounds so.
Let's go to Ben. Did he say no?
Not this time. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No worries.
yeah.
All right. So then these are the rest of the entries that I really like. Or that I really like them too, but they were also paid entries. So Tam, Don't Go Breaking My Pop Tart.
Nice.
We had Glenn Becker, Frankenberry Fields Forever. We have Jen Winkleplex had Rice Krispies.
Oh, I like
Nice.
that one.
Very
Nice.
nice.
And then she also had Baby Got Apple Jacks.
I
I like big balls, and I cannot lie.
Steve, I don't know what your liking big balls has to do with anything, but let's keep going.
Balls.
Very
Not the kind of
confused.
balls that you like.
Shorty had them Applejack jeans.
Get on the flower.
We also had Tam Brown. Always keep on the fried egg side of life.
Nice.
Nice.
Shorty got locks.
Elizabeth Ann. It's Trixie. It's Trixie.
It's tricky too, right? Yeah, that's a good one.
Diva Queen. Ain't too proud to bagels and cream cheese.
Had to bagel is great.
Nice.
Tam Brown. Bacon come back.
This would have been great just as bacon puns as well. This entire theme.
Bunst had, I would eat 500 eggs. Jeremy Day also had Rice Krispies.
Nice.
I liked it better the second time.
Elizabeth Ann had, here comes the sunny side up.
Nice.
To the rescue. Putting on the Blintz by Breakfast Taco. All right. Jeremy Day, baby got bacon.
Nice.
Nice.
To the rescue. Sankoria by Some Lines.
I like it. I don't practice Sankaria.
And then Renee Hutchison had While My Earl Grey Gently Steeps.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
Kate O'Donnell had Category Me Softly. She said it's flaked fish, boiled rice, parsley, hard-boiled eggs, curry powder.
She busted out the recipe. Just in case you like the title.
That hurt my feelings.
Like Bowers didn't know what that was. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's not served in a bucket, he doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
All right. Brian Silka had pour some sugar smacks on me.
Oh, nice.
I like that one.
Oh my god, what the fuck, K thanks bye had dirty eggs done dirt cheap.
Dirty eggs sounds so gross, dude. I don't know why eggs in particular being dirty is so much grosser.
Yeah, you just imagine a cigarette butt put out.
No, it just means eggs with an olive in them.
And I guess that's why Carmen's not jamming anything up there, too.
No, I'm preserving it, Ben.
She
I'm
doesn't want to
preserving
get her
it.
eggs dirty. She doesn't want to get her eggs
Yep,
dirty.
I don't want to get my eggs dirty.
Yep.
Don't come on my eggs.
Oh. We had M. Francis.
That's the shirt. Don't come on my eggs. Would be a great shirt for you to fucking tell, Carmen.
It's both crass and medically incorrect.
That is a good description of this show in general.
That's the log line for this show. That's
Crass and
the elevator
medically
pitch.
incorrect. Crass is actually opening for medically incorrect.
That's the Roxy.
No, they're at the Viper this week.
All right. M. Francis had Butter Up, tuned to Nelly's Batter Up.
Nice.
And then M. Francis had I'm an English breakfast in New York. And then Zara, I don't know how many you did and how many you have left over because I have a few here for you. Are you good? I don't know which ones you did.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then those are all the entries then.
All right, excellent. Time
Very
to vote.
cool.
There's some good ones.
Good ones.
All right. I like Cocoa Puff Pass.
I like that one too.
I think I'm going Frankenberry Fields Forever is my vote, though. Frankenberry Fields Forever is the one I'm going with. Carmen, what's your vote?
I liked the Earl Grey one, and I liked the Pour Some Sugar Smacks on Me. Those were my faves.
Which is your favorite? You got to vote for one.
Oh, one. Fine. Then
I like Biden and Trump.
One's just fatter than the other. They're basically the same thing.
Yeah, what are you voting for senator in Alabama? Pick one.
So
How
which
you
one's
tell-
the-
I'm sorry, it's not Alabama, it's Mamawala.
Nice.
God.
There it is.
Pour some sugar smacks on me, I think I'm gonna go with.
All right,
Right.
Adam.
I think I laughed the hardest at Break Your Fast, Show Me What You're Working With.
Okay.
Oh, that's that one's really good too.
Was that an unpaid though?
Oh,
That was
it?
the last unpaid
Let me
one.
look.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think
Oh, if that was
unpaid.
unpaid, then I shall change my answer.
No, I think it was paid.
No, it was the last one you read.
No,
that
it was
I
unpaid.
think.
You're right. It was unpaid.
Okay, then my number 2 was also While My Earl Grey Gently Steeps.
All right.
So 1-1-1. Ben or Rachel? I'm sorry, Rachel. What you got? What's your favorite?
I really liked Bacon Come Back, but I think I'm gonna give it to While My Earl Grey Gently Steeps.
All right.
All
2
right.
votes for Stapes.
Ben.
Bacon Come Back is so good. Putting on the Blintz, not only one of the most
Ooh.
weird, great
So
songs,
hilarious.
but so good. Also loved Sankaria by Some Limes. So funny. And it's one of my favorite songs in history, but still, I gotta go with While My Earl Grey Gently Steeps. So good.
All right. Does not matter who I vote for then, because that already won. My vote was for Ain't Too Proud to Bagel. I appreciated that one. But the winner is While My Earl Grey Gently Steeps, which also was a fantastic one. So many good ones. To claim your prize, go to laughfromhome.com and shoot us an email, and that's how it works.
All right, now we're gonna do the host and the comics a little bit different today. So what we're gonna do is we're each gonna just as many entries as you have, and then the audience is gonna vote on a specific one they actually like, kind of like we vote on yours. You're gonna vote on ours, and that'll be the winner rather than
The live audience. The live audience.
The live audience
Joining us here in the chat, not the.
Yeah. Now, if you want to
Just
throw
because
in,
it would be impossible
like,
to total.
if you want to throw in a comment, if it's a landslide one or the other, we can look at it. But the votes that count are in the Zoom or in the front row. So if you want to be part of the front row, then you'll be able to vote on this. So Adam, do you have any you want to throw in?
Yeah, I was gonna go with Lady Marmalade on Toast, or really any song by the Rolling Stones.
I like it. Carmen, do you have any?
I got Mama, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Jimmy Dean Sausage, because it sucks.
And also, Don't Come on My Eggs.
Don't come on my eggs. Don't come on my eggs.
That is a country song, I think.
It should be. Maybe I'll write it. Don't. I mean
Nice.
it. Don't come on my eggs.
All right.
Okay.
Bowers, do you
Right.
have any?
I've got 3. I did 3.
Okay, I've got
Wow,
10.
Bowers is playing the game.
Woo!
Well, I'm gonna try to beat you guys with my 3 versus your 12 each or 19 each or whatever the hell.
That's
you're doing.
kind of how Bowers tries to compete with all men in sex as well.
I'll put my
Try to
3
beat your
against
12
anyone's.
with this 3.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Do we
So
wanna, like, rotate?
what's that? We can rotate if you want, or I can just do. Yeah. Let's just.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Okay, I'll start then. I've got 10. Sunday, Bloody Mary Sunday.
Nice.
Nice.
Ben, how many do you have? 20.
I have I think 18 or 19, but I can choose my top 15 or so.
He's like, I have 19, but I can choose my top 18 and a half if that works. I had narrowed mine down to 10, thinking that was reasonable.
I can do 10. I can do 10. I guess America will just have to go to my Instagram story right after this for the rest of them.
All right.
And the world.
Well, you guys go with your top 7 back and forth, and once you get down to 3, I'll jump in.
All right. Sounds good.
Like when I hid in the bushes during a cross country meet in middle school and just jumped in during the second lap and came in 8th.
You cheated to come in 8th.
Yeah. I felt too bad to come in top 5 because you got like a ribbon. And I felt like I was a
You got to
cheater,
make
so
it
I
believable when you
back.
cheat. You don't try to get 100. You try to get an 81. It's like a
Now,
reason.
what
Yeah,
Bowers
exactly.
didn't tell us is
Everybody
there were
knows that's how you
7
cheat.
people in the race.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess my turn for one. Bohemian Breakfast Rhapsody.
Nice.
Okay, I will skip my Bohemian Rhapsody one. I've got I will always love blueberries.
Okay, Rachel.
Did Bowers do any yet?
No,
I'm
he's
waiting
waiting
until you guys get down to 3.
Oh, okay.
When you guys
I
get
don't
down
watch
to
the
3.
show. Sorry. Or pigs in a blanket.
Nice. I've got Fry Me a River.
Nice.
I've got, ooh, I got a fried egg.
What?
What?
Can I take that one back?
I'm just
cut it.
I'm just glad it made the
Carmen, where
top
you
10. I can't imagine what the
Go
7 that didn't make the top
egg,
10 sound
fried
like.
egg. Gotta get down on
Damn
fried
fried
egg.
egg.
I thought it was gonna like the one I had is it's fried eggs that I love instead of Friday I'm in love. Was a better
Well, that's good.
Nice.
That's good.
That would have made Ben's top 5 for sure.
I miscalculated
okay.
that one.
Pancake by the ocean.
Nice.
Nice.
I've got. Let's go a little classic and go a Claire de Lune. You guys have no culture.
I thought that was great, Steve.
Thank
I
you.
like
As
it.
a sapiosexual, I thought that was fantastic.
Oh. Oh.
Adam, I don't know a lot about you, but you seem like you might be in Mensa. Like that's like so cute.
I've got Johnny be good at making hash browns.
Why hash browns? It could have been anything with that
It
premise.
could have been anything. I love hash browns.
I've got I'm burning toast for you.
Well, then I'll stick with toast and say the toast beautiful girl in the world.
Oh.
Then I will go with the Spanish infused favorite, Despacitost.
My toast one is it's a nice day for a whiter wheat wedding.
I'm gonna change this up and say you ought to know how I like my eggs.
Not cummed on.
Cummed. UM apostrophe D.
Don't
Actually,
cum
I
on my
won.
eggs.
This is from Nirvana's Unplugged performance. Crepe Me.
Ooh, good.
Ooh.
Grape me, my friend. I love it.
To the tune of Kanye West's Jesus Walks. Cheese and locks, God, show me the way.
I've got she's a smoothie operator.
That's a song just about someone who works at Jamba Juice.
I just thought of a very good ending line to that. Cheese and locks, God, show me the way, 'cause the devil's trying to hash my browns.
Nice.
Okay, I didn't need to cut back in. Sorry about
Eggs,
that.
maybe.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay. I have Rump Salt Shaker. That's by Checks and Effects.
Is it my turn?
Ben's turn?
No, it's Rachel, no?
Yeah, Rachel.
What's yours, Ben?
What? I go. Oh yeah. I don't.
Oh,
You guys
great.
are making
Oh,
it
did
weird.
I-
Just somebody say a thing.
Yeah. It's Rachel did one, then Ben went back to his, then I did mine, so it's Ben's.
Sorry about that. Can't get you out of my bread.
All right. I've got steak and eggs on me.
I have this is a ridiculous one. I have Terrapin Stint Oatmeal Station, which is by the Grateful Bread.
This feels like Christmas morning, and you're all taking turns opening gifts, and Bowers is just the child loved the least out of all.
Or it's even like the neighbor kid who's watching a family open their gifts, but he doesn't have a family that has gifts.
Just watching through the window solemnly.
Oh, I'm saying they're opening a bunch of socks. I'm totally fine without any presents. Let's go.
I've got. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I've got. I want to hold your ham.
All right. I've got Lucky Charms be a lady.
Oh, I like that one.
Nice. I have bread pudding on the Ritz.
Very nice.
Are we not at 7 yet?
I think
I
that
don't
was
know.
I think we're actually I think that was 7.
So you have 3 left. Each have 3 left.
No.
only
So
have one
after
left.
Ben's, Bowers will go with his first one.
Okay, sounds good. I've got all along the waffle tower.
I like that one. I had Papa's got a brand new bagel.
Nice.
Worth the wait.
How do you like those socks, Bowers?
I have Proud Bloody Mary.
Nice. I have free Tata as a bird.
I like that one.
I'd like to transport you to a breakfast place where there's some teenagers working there who you might have been rude to when they took your order, and then they bring the order, and you think, smells like teen spit in it.
Do you have a longer setup for that, or?
The only way to make that a longer setup is if this entire episode was a setup for that.
Which it kind of was. I've got one Ben one, which is Born to Run to McDonald's for a sausage McGriddle.
All right, and this is my last one. Come on, Eileen, where's my fucking breakfast?
Sorry.
Oh, God, I hope you guys get this one. My last one is Cash Rules Everything Around Me of Wheat.
Yep.
We're not sapiosexuals, I'm sorry.
That's cream. Cash Rules Everything Around Me. All right.
Yeah.
It was a gamble to do it as my last one. I knew it was a gamble, and it did not pay off.
My last one is you gotta lose your salt in the muesli.
I'm more okay with mine.
That was so good. That was so good.
My last one is no huevos, no cry.
Oh man, I like that better than a lot of you guys's, and that's sad.
I like when you just substitute a word that has no pun value whatsoever.
Oh, it does have pun value. Woman and huevos.
It means egg, bro.
Woman and huevos. That's
They're just huevos that aren't cummed on.
Right.
That's all.
Huevos, woman, same first sound. It's pretty solid.
All right. I'll give hue as the short.
What? It's eggs. It's Spanish for eggs, right?
I know what the fucking word means. I'm not debating that it's a breakfast food. All right, you know what? I'm sorry.
That's not how puns work?
I'm sorry. Let it be.
Oh, come on. Did you pick a fight to say that awful ass pun? How very girlfriend of you. You have been quarantined a lot. You're picking fights with people on your show so you can get your stupid joke in. You have been quarantined by yourself for a while.
I've gone with honey smack my bitch up. What should I have gone with?
I think we just found another description of this show. Pick and fight so we can get our jokes in.
All right, so we're gonna have the audience vote now in the Zoom. So just which one was your favorite? You don't have to say the person, just the name. So Zara, what was your favorite one?
I liked Eclair de Lune.
Yeah,
someone who knows things.
Yeah,
another sapiosexual out there. Very nice.
Says the
very
law
nice.
professor. Okay, good job.
Sapiosexuals don't have to identify as such. They just are.
Giggle smoke. What's your vote?
I forgot my name today. Sorry. Well, that was a tough one. Am I allowed to vote for anyone I want?
Yeah.
Any of the five of us.
Danny, you had me with the scones. Honestly, that was genius.
Danny wins the game today, everybody. Danny wins the game.
Am I Danny?
Adam, you're Danny.
Wait, so what's my official name? Danny Alabama? Is that what we're going with?
Dude, I bet you would sell so many tickets as Danny Alabama.
You know, Danny Alabama actually wrote the country ballad, Don't Come on My Eggs.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
That is one of the funniest
I
things
took this seriously.
I've ever seen in my life.
Don't pick on me.
Oh my God. We're fucking up his name all episode and then just comes in with Danny. Not even related to anything.
Dude, I thought it was missed out on somebody. I was like, is that somebody else in the Zoom
I
thing?
took this
Did I miss
seriously.
it?
I'm gonna fuck you up tomorrow.
Dude, I was looking in the room. I was like, is that one of the front row people? Which one was Danny? So funny.
You guys
There
won't
was
be
so
laughing when
much
6
you
months
could
from-
have fucked up, and you messed up.
6 months from now,
Adam.
Danny Alabama's gonna have a Netflix special, and you guys won't be laughing. Then.
I'll still laugh.
Danny
I'll
is a
still
better
laugh.
comic. Also,
Overnight success, Danny Alabama.
Is Danny Alabama a country singer? Is Danny Alabama a porn star? Or is Danny Alabama a hard
Porn.
eye? I don't know which
No,
one.
no, Danny Alabama is going to be selling T-shirts that say "Don't come on my eggs," and women are going to fucking wear them at the show, and they're going to flash their tits. I love him. He's saying the thing I thought. It's going to be great. I'm just glad we were all here for the genesis of it. I'm just
So we
glad.
got one vote for Steve's weird one no one understood. We've got one vote for Danny Alabama.
Claire DeLune.
Fuck you,
Benjamin,
Bowers.
what's your favorite one? What's your favorite one?
Mine?
Yeah.
I liked Putting on the Ritz, honestly, but then I honestly, Bowers, you had it with Huevos.
Yeah.
No huevos,
No huevos, no cry.
Yeah, no Huevos, no
Should've-
cry.
It should have been
There
no
we go.
huevos, no rye, like rye bread. Just saying.
Nice.
Hey,
I was thinking no huevos, no fry.
hey, look, I did mine the way I did it, guys. Fucking
Damn
right
it.
your own.
Yeah, like you go to a place and you go, hey, can I get fried
I'm
eggs?
not
And they
asking
go,
for
no
text.
huevos, no fry.
I'm not asking for tags. That's my
I love that we've been encouraging Bowers to play the pun game for about a year, and he jumps in and we're all like, no, that's not how it's done, and that's not a pun, and you should have said rye.
You can't ever do nothing right. Are you guys getting a divorce from Bowers on this fucking show?
Hey,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
I'm also going to let it be, Carmen. It's going to be fine. All right, Frank, what's your vote?
We fucked Bowers so hard on that, I feel like we're perpendicular from him.
I like the Nirvana one by Steve.
What was it?
Crepe me.
Oh,
Nirvana.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
Yeah,
right.
I love Nirvana, so I have to go with that one.
And August. Oh, no,
I
you're
love
right
this.
now.
This is one of my favorite things about
There we go.
technology is watching people figure it out.
I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm gonna go with. I'm also gonna go Crepe Me.
All right, Steve wins with.
And they
Crepe
say
Me.
you can't do a good crepe joke.
They can. It's just got to be far enough away from the crepe where people get it. That's all. It's got to
Yeah.
be funny. You got to separate from it.
I'm making fun of the guy who cooks the crepes. I'm mocking the crepist.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know about that song. There's actually an anti-crepe song. It's a song about crepes, but it's really an anti-crepe song.
Yeah.
That's another deep cut if anybody remembers that interview.
All right, we've made it to the end. Let's figure out where these comics are going to be so we can find them out in the world. Danny Alabama, where do we find you?
I'm at Danny Alabama on all platforms. So just check it out. No, it's just if you can actually spell and pronounce my actual name, that's where I am on social media. Adam Mamawala on Twitter and Instagram, AdamMamawala.com, all that good stuff.
Mama,
All right.
Mamawala. Very easy. Very
Yeah, it
simple.
turns out it's actually completely fucking phonetic, you assholes.
Yeah, Hofstetter is harder to spell, actually.
Look, again, Danny, I'm very sorry for fucking up all of your names. And
Chad, I couldn't care any less.
we love you. We love you, buddy. We'll see you next time. Carmen, where do we find you out in the world?
CarmenMorales.com for all of your Carmen Morales needs. Follow me on the assorted social media at The Funny Carmen. I also do a little online show if you guys are into that sort of thing. Follow me. I'll tell you all about it. At The Funny Carmen, I have a podcast called No Sir, I Don't Like It, where I talk about shit I don't like with other people. It's super fun. Thank you so much for obliging us. And
We
me,
love you.
specifically.
Good seeing you again.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See ya.
I'm, as always, at Bowers Comedy, and you can check out my podcast that we're doing about documentaries called Doc Heads. Yeah, check that out. Ben.
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to also update I will not be putting my remaining entries on my Instagram story on account of I reread them, and the rest are very bad.
Do you want the ones I have left over?
No, we're almost done. Put them on.
I'm not doing them. All right.
I don't need your breakfast leftovers, Steve. You can check out my podcast if it ever comes back. We don't know. Also, this Friday I will be doing another It's a G Thing with Greg Proops and Ben Glebe all improvised, all improv games. Very fun show at Nowhere Comedy Club. If you want to get a ticket, you can do it at nowherecomedyclub.com. So just go there and then do that, and that's exciting for everybody except those that aren't interested. I really hope Danny Alabama becomes a pseudonym for you, Adam, because my God, that is hilarious.
Yeah. You can follow me on all my social media. It's at Sean Baltimore.
Sean Baltimore is a great nickname for you. Oh my God. Sean Baltimore.
Check if you want. Check out. I'm doing my full set at Nowhere Comedy Club next week. So check that out. NowhereComedyClub.com, and that's all I'm plugging.
Very cool.
We've got some stuff to catch up on.
Let's do it.
We've got Adam had another tip come in. Sam Walker, £5 for Adam. Last time I used apps, I got sent dick pics, offered relations with coke, and asked for oral. I sympathize with those women. And we also had Michael Coleman tip the show $10. Thanks for keeping me from watching the news.
Awesome.
Tam, $2. She wrote in a meaningless vote. A Claire de Lune, my favorite piece of music. And then Zara, $5. Ben's Eminem entry was a hate crime against Raz. All right, and that's all we have.
All right. Well, audience, thank you so much for being here. As always, we love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the greatest. We will see you tomorrow.
5 p.m., right? Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow's at 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific. Check that out. 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. So, Rachel, thanks so much for being here yet again. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, we're over time, so I'm not gonna say anything else. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Thanks.
All right, excellent. See you guys 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Way too late for Europe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you for being here. I just wanted to quickly let you know a very funny chat that Zara put in the chat here. If it ain't in a bucket, Bowers says fuck it. Amazing. And I just wanted to thank you all for being here on another social distancing social club. I'm Glenn Green Bay saying have a pleasant tomorrow.
What did
Steven put in your
box?
box?